All right, we back. We're back at it. So we're gonna yeah. So we about to make this thing pop. We're in another episode. So I guess it's tea time.
Tea time.
I guess it's tea time.
Evening tea.
Clanking some tea. But appreciate you coming back on.
Of course, man.
Another day, another dollar.
Wait.
So we're at my crib right now. So we got the uniform on, all black.
You know, we didn't plan this either.
At all. It's crazy how
I was like, I'm gonna just wear black. It looks good on me. So
it's so crazy how it happens, man. But dude, so for our listeners, I wanted to talk about Dubai. Like, we went. I don't know. This was back in September.
At the end of September.
Yeah, and bro, that first of all, it was just too much fun. It was too lit.
Bro, that was like the best trip ever.
Man, honestly, I'll say that's the best time I had.
That was the best trip ever.
Yeah.
And I was one-legged.
Man, I hated you for that, bro.
Dude, but did you have a good time though?
I had a good time. It was
man, but you held me down, man.
Yeah, man.
Look, I'm gonna take one.
Hey, I was your assistant. I was your assistant, man. Damn.
This dude, I love him.
Yeah, I was your assistant, man.
Down.
Yeah, pushing wheelchairs, holding crutches. But all in all, it was fun. But
for the people that don't know, I tore my left Achilles playing flag football 3 weeks before the trip, and I was like, look, this is for the 30th. I can't miss it. There's no way. Everything's booked.
Everything's booked. Yeah.
You know, so it made it happen.
I remember you pulled up to the ER where I spent a lot of time at. Yeah. And I was like, bro, what we gonna do about Dubai, man?
I was like, man, we gonna make it happen. Don't matter.
So we ended up doing that, which is cool, man.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Yeah, I wanted to talk about, like, even though Dubai was great, it's more so a lot of people were asking us about how you almost died. The whole story behind that. So I wanted to make sure, because what's interesting is that you actually don't have the full perspective. You can't really tell the story because in your experience of it was what?
Dude, I was dying.
You were trying to breathe.
I was trying to breathe. I was like, look at that.
So you actually really don't know what was going on. Like,
I mean, I do have a perspective. I was calm, like majority of the time.
So long story short, y'all, this guy had what clinically it looked like an allergic reaction to me.
Yeah.
Okay. That's, to me, I see a textbook allergic reaction. So we spent, I don't know, 5 days in Dubai?
No, it was 7.
Oh yeah, 7. Whoa, 7.
It was like a whole week.
We spent the whole week in Dubai. Blast. One of the nicest hotels. It was great. Great time. At the last day, there was a ball, like a formal ball, like a dinner. And it was so much fun.
Like a gala.
Yeah, it was a gala. So
yeah.
So we rocking the black tie, the suits,
bit,
a little bit here and there.
Pose a little bit with my one leg.
So we're looking good.
Yeah.
And of course they serve the food. We eat food and then we start doing this like dance thing or whatever. So I'm getting the camera out, and now you're in front. You're on a dance floor while they're doing this, almost like a competition. It was like a battle of the sexes.
It was battle of the sexes. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey.
What was that about?
I think it was just. It was just something that they did.
Yeah.
And, somebody proposed. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, I know.
That was dope.
I know.
And
dope. even then, what's crazy was that, like, of course, Vince is goofy, but like,
oh yeah, I volunteered. I was like, look, I was the only one-legged person. I was like, look, I have to make the best of it.
You guys should have seen this dude. Yo, if you're on a podcast listening, try to get on YouTube because I'm going to show you a photo of this guy dancing in the middle of the dance floor. But anyways, so he's killing it, right?
Of course, I had to.
And I'm just there watching, I'm just laughing.
I was like, bro, make sure you get a picture of me, man.
Yeah, I'm getting photos, I'm getting videos, all that stuff. So it was awesome. It was actually really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So then we break out and we're doing, this is what I remember. We're doing this line, like it's like a dance, but you're touching someone's shoulder and you guys are moving in
almost
the line.
like a cha-cha line.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the cha-cha line.
Yeah, exactly. So I joined in because I remember I've done that before.
Yeah.
So I'm joining, having a good time, grabbing people, like grabbing people to get back in the line too.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, Vince yanks me out of line, and I'm like, bro, what? Like, what's wrong?
I was like, bro, something's hitting the fan. No, so what happened was I was dancing. And remember, I think we were doing like the electric slide. And I was like, man, I'm having like some difficulty with like breathing. And remember I tapped you, I was like, yo, bro, I think like I'm having trouble breathing. He was like, is it your asthma? I was like, nah, man, I've been acting up this whole...
Because I figured it was just your asthma. Like,
yeah, I thought it was.
Or whatever, yeah.
So then I sat back down. And then...
So wait, I actually didn't know that. So when you sat down, it started flaring up even more?
Yeah.
What the hell?
All right, so I was scratching my eyes and then scratching my head, and I was having trouble breathing. I was like, wait, hold on. Am I having an allergic reaction right now?
Yo, that's crazy, man.
And I was like, no, the night is not over yet. This is what I was thinking.
That's what you worried about?
Bro, it's like, I was like, look, I need to make the best of this.
Wow. This guy, man.
Yeah, it's like we're only here once. I'm one-legged. You know, I have to be the MVP.
Right.
I mean, that was my intention. This cat, man. And I saw you going in the line.
Yeah.
And then the first time I pulled you, you was like, yo, man.
I was like, dude, you good, bro.
I was like, you good, man. I was like, man, he does not know what's happening to me right now.
So I must have come all the way back around?
No, because what happened was, so I was sitting here and then you were going. So I like nudged you the first time.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, you look good. And you kept going. I was like, all right, cool. And then it started getting worse.
Yeah.
And I was in my head, I was thinking, okay, I need to like do like an interference because you were coming, because the line was going around. So I was like, look, if I just go and meet you, I can get you again.
Of course.
So in that time, like
I remember because I was just having a blast. Like it was fun. But I remember coming back around. Yeah. And then, bro, you yanked me out of line. I was like, whoa.
Look, I gave you a serious look too.
Yeah.
And because someone had asked me, it was a nurse too. And she was like, hey, you know, I wanna buy you and your brother a drink. Like, are you okay? I was like, because she saw me and I was like, no, I'm not okay.
Dang, man. Dang.
And then I saw you, and then that's when I pulled you.
Right.
And I was like, bro, we gotta go.
Yeah, I saw that look in your face and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty serious. That's how I knew. And then what was going on in my mind, I was like, okay, you shortness of breath. You're not breathing well. In my mind, I'm thinking asthma.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, do you have your inhaler?
I was like, it's at the hotel. Exactly. I was like, let's just go to the hotel. But then it just started feeling like it was progressing.
Yeah,
and I was
you told me that.
And then I was like, bro, and I tapped you again. I was like, bro, look at my eyes.
Yeah, because we were trying to figure that out, get into the hotel, and then you tapped me again and said, look at my eyes. And then I saw the freaking swelling that was like crazy, crazy, crazy. And then from there, I was
one of the security guards. I was like, yo, can we get a taxi? Like, we need to go.
Yo, I was like, right when he did that, right when I saw his eyes, I was like, fuck, this dude's having an allergic reaction.
You knew.
Oh, I knew. Because my mind, I was like, we have to get you to the hotel for the inhaler.
Yeah, and I was thinking the same thing.
Right. Then I saw your eyes. Then I was like, nah, we need to go to the hospital.
and like, it was like a different type of struggle, like than asthma. I don't know how to describe it. Like for people who have asthma, they understand. And for the people who've had an allergic reaction, such as that one, they probably understand. But
yeah,
I don't know who experienced the two. You know,
that's freaking wild. So okay, so long story. I mean, we continue the story. So they get a cab for us. We go downstairs. At this point, I'm like, I'm like helping you walk at this point.
No, it was getting worse.
Yeah, so I could see you're like really gasping for air at this point.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna stay as calm as I can because I know, based on the experience in Nigeria. Remember when I passed out from an asthma attack?
Wow,
that's another story.
Yeah,
but I was like, okay, the best thing I can do right now is just to remain as calm as I can.
Yep. So from there, we go down to the cab. And then from the cab, we get in the cab. Now, Tia's her name, right?
Tia.
Yeah, nurse Tia. She's a nurse, which is dope. So we all get in the cab. There's 3 of us now. So now we're racing. I asked the cab driver. Vince is trying to just breathe. I asked the cab. I'm in the front seat. I asked the driver, okay, take us to, what are the 2 closest hotels, hospitals? Mm-hmm. And he tells me these hospitals. I say, okay, take us to the closest emergency room. Mm-hmm. So we're going. And this guy, by the way, is freaking taking his sweet time driving, right?
And I was in the back. I was holding
like,
the little the handle. I was like, and Tia fanning me. I'm buttoning my shirt. I was like, oh my God, God bless her soul.
Yeah. So we pull up to this hospital, right? So-called hospital. And I run out, like, I'm like, skirt, I'm gone, right? So I'm holding my suit jacket, his suit jacket. I'm holding my camera because, you know, I'm not letting that go.
Oh, no, you can't.
And then like a couple other things, right? And so I see this guy and I ask him, hey, my brother's dying. I need to get to the hospital. I need to get to the emergency room. Where's the emergency room? And he goes, emergency room? I said, yes, you don't know what I'm talking about? Emergency room. And then he goes, this doesn't have an emergency room here. You're at a women and children's hospital. Ooh. It's closed.
Boy, when you came into the car and you said that, man. I was like, all right, man, we have to keep fighting.
Yeah, so
I just got to keep fighting.
Man, so I sprint back. I was like, okay, what's the closest hospital with an ER? And he goes, Rashid Hospital. I say, okay, thank you. So I sprint back to the car, get in the car, and I go, can you take us to Rashid Hospital right now? I'm just trying to be calm at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm pissed.
No, I heard it in your tone too.
Man, dude, like, come on, man. You know what I mean?
Like the dude is
like, dude,
in the back,
bruh. So we're going to Rashid Hospital, and he's still trying to drive slow, and I'm like, okay, dude, you've wasted our time. I told him, you've wasted our time. Please, this time, please drive fast because we don't have much time to waste.
Dude, in the back, I think I was taking maybe 5 breaths a minute. It was like the longest. I was like,
man, dude.
And I think what happened was, or how I was able to manage that and not freak out, is because of the whole asthma thing. And Tia, she.
Shout out to Tia.
Shout out to Tia.
Tia from San Diego. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you. You held it down.
Shout out to you big time. But yeah, she really helped out, and that was cool. So we finally get to Rashid Hospital.
Uh-huh.
But right before we started, I was like, okay, let me just call some sort of emergency service because I didn't know. I just didn't know. I didn't want to take the chance. I didn't know how fast they would respond. That's why I chose to do a cab. We ended up hanging up on the guys, the emergency dispatch.
Yeah.
And because we pulled up to the hospital. So we pull up to the hospital, we get there. I'm explaining to the security guards that are outside, hey, my brother's dying. We need a wheelchair. We need to get him to the ER. And they start asking me all these damn questions. And I'm like, dude.
Like the urgency was
there was
there.
No sense of urgency at all. Like you're in an emergency room. There's no sense of urgency at all. And you know, guys, I'm an emergency nurse. So this is what I do. This is what I do.
Bro, when you were inside, I was thinking to myself, I prepared my mind to just pass out. I was at that point.
Okay, this is probably gonna happen.
I was like, this is about to happen. Good thing we're at the hospital because
you'll be fine.
I'm not gonna be able to handle it any longer.
That's crazy. You knew you were like at a breaking point.
Bro, I was right there.
Damn, that's crazy. Wow.
It was scary.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, so, you know, just going back to that. So I get out and then literally, guys, I freaking, I just went ape shit. Like I was so upset at that point. And I saw the wheelchairs like just right inside of the doors. It was because they were like glass doors. And I said, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like this is an ER. So, but as I'm sprinting, I'm yelling this stuff. And literally, they didn't even do anything. Like, imagine me in a full suit, like suit, bow tie, vest, everything, like all black, just sprinting through the door. And I grabbed the wheelchair and I spun it around and I sprinted back with the wheelchair. What's cool is they were helping him out of the car. So by the time I got back, he was already out the car. He gets on the wheelchair, and I really at this point, I'm like running him into the emergency room. And they were like, excuse me, wait. I said, don't freaking touch me.
I was like, thank God. I was like, keep moving, bro.
Yeah, and
keep moving.
It might help that I'm 6'3", 240, you know? That might help because all the security guys are like small.
It was like little.
But anyways, So I'm pushing. I said, take me to the emergency room. So we go in there. We sit him on the bed. And then a few people assess him. We checked his O2 sat. It was 97. We knew he was oxygenated, which is cool.
Yeah.
But he was still like his chest was just getting tighter and tighter and tighter, his airways. So, but he was in the ER, so I already knew it was gonna happen. Yeah, it was gonna be cool. But I gotta say this, man. Tia was like being a super nurse. I was like, Tia, if you don't calm down. She was like, he's having an allergic reaction, shortness of breath. He needs 125 milligrams of salt. He mentioned. I said, you don't even know if they use that in this country. Like, yo, chill. We in the ER. They know what to do.
And the meds they had were, of course, completely different than what we had.
Way different. The medication's way different than the U.S. And I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
But you know, they got you, they brought you in, gave you breathing treatment, gave you a shot, and
it started getting, I was like,
oh, thank God, right?
I was like, all right, God, thank you. I didn't pass out.
Yeah. So how soon after the shot, was it after the shot?
It was after the shot and the breathing treatment.
Yeah.
So I started to feel more like the tightness releasing. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, man. So,
but the thing is, and you know what happened too? The bed was flat, and I was laying down, and I was
pissed.
like,
I was pissed.
I was like, yo,
but don't worry, I have you. So I was like, oh hell no. So I brought the bed. And then look, man, I'm an ER nurse. This is what I do. This is what I do. So, yeah, they didn't even think to bring up the bed.
I don't think so, and it was just different. I don't think they had that type of
expertise, maybe like they didn't
like urgency that is required, because maybe they didn't have a lot of cases like that night.
Yeah,
you know, maybe the trauma level there was low compared to what you're
probably you're probably right. It's probably not like a super trauma hospital or something like that. Yeah, compared to what we do. Yeah, for sure. So I just wanted to share with you guys too, like what ended up happening after that. Like, I knew he was good, and I never got to pay the guy, the taxi guy. So I went out and just figured out how to get it. Went to an ATM, paid him. I paid him extra just to thank him, shook his hand.
Yeah.
And then I think after that, I came back in just to check with Vince, and then he was in the room in the emergency room, and then like literally like I just lost it. Like when I saw him, I'm getting emotional right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop. But like literally in front of him, I just like started fucking bro,
as soon as
my eyes getting watery right now,
dude. As soon as I saw that, dude, I cracked. Man, tears would start flowing. I was like, man,
yeah, because I just remember Mom was like, you know, when Mom dropped us off at the airport, she was like, you know, like I gotta really look after you. So it's like, damn, I was like, that was close, man. And I think it was just all the emotions, just holding it in order to just be who I need to be for that situation. Mm-hmm. You know, just being strong for that situation. Now I didn't have to be so strong anymore
because it was handled.
So I just lost it, and it was just a little bit. And T was like, "It's okay." I was like, "Look, let me live right now. Let me get this cry out.
Pass real quick.
Let me get this cry out. I need this cry right now." You know what I'm saying? So I had to, man. It was just this rush of emotion. So, but yeah, after I got it out, I felt a lot better, and I was tired too mentally. So I just went and chilled in a waiting room, and come to find out, you know, he was a lot better. I napped a little bit even.
Dude, I napped too.
You get some rest, man.
Oh, am I still here?
Yeah, and I napped a little bit. And what's dope about this story too is there's two completely different perspectives on the same event.
Yeah, because what I was doing, because I'm a nurse practitioner, I was like, I wonder what they're, because I wonder what they're doing to me. I was like,
me too. I was like, half of me was like being good for the situation. Half of me was like, I'm just trying to learn.
I'm trying to learn how they do it out there, you know. Even in the midst of the chaos, like I'm looking like almost on like outside looking in type of thing.
Right.
And I was like, damn, this IV hurts. It
was different, right?
Yeah, I was like, I think they had the metal one. I don't know if they had
they had the plastic.
They gave me two. I was like, why y'all giving me two? I mean,
well, you know, just in case.
Yeah, I guess. Just in case one blows out. They had IV fluids too.
Yeah,
just to like drain it all out. So,
cool.
I was like, yes.
And I got to tell you guys, like Dubai is I got a newfound respect for Dubai because I was like, all right, man. I was like, okay, Vince is okay. I'm gonna have to work these extra shifts. You know, we're gonna have to get the money to pay for this.
ER bill about to be.
We're gonna have to get the money to pay for this. And then so we speak to the doctor. She was so nice, and you know, and I was like, okay, like where do we go to pay? And she was like, oh no. Emergency services in this country is free. So, I was like, what?
Oh.
I was like, because in the U.S., no.
Oh, no. You get a fat bill.
Right. And she said that when you get admitted, though, there's charges.
There's charges for it.
But any emergency services is free. And even the guys that we hung up on, the emergency dispatch, like the 911, they showed up to the hospital.
Oh,
did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Dude, they showed up to the hospital. They were like, hey, we received a call from you. We just need to make sure that you got to where you needed to get to. Wow. I know. I was impressed.
I didn't even know that.
That's another level.
Wow.
I was very impressed to see that. And that's free. They said, oh yeah, you didn't, you know, in this country, the emergency services, everything, all that stuff is completely taken care of. I was like, wow.
Yeah, when you told me it was free, I was like, oh.
Yeah. I was like, man.
I mean, but the meds, we had to pay for the meds though.
Yeah, but the meds were so cheap
though. It was
though.
like dirt cheap.
The meds were so cheap.
They gave me like, I think like 3 or 4 meds.
Yeah.
And it was like
a total of like what?
Like $15, $20?
Yeah, man.
I was like, wow.
So, but you know the worst part about this dude, after he napped, tell me why he was trying to party some more.
Hey.
Say, boy, if you don't sit your butt.
It was the farewell event. It was like the closing party. I was like, look. Man, if you guys are down or if you're about it, you know, like I'm about it too.
Oh my God. Actually, I have a clip of it. For you to check out.
Oh, do you?
So yeah. So we're gonna check this out. We're gonna put it in the video.
Man, Vince done scared everybody, man. Almost dying on us in another country. What's up, T? T in the building. All nurses in the house, man. Now you fine. I still swollen a little bit, but how you feel?
So look, my voice changed, but look, I want to turn up. I can turn up. I can sit down a little bit.
Sit your ass down, bro.
Right. Sit my ass
Ain't no
down,
turn
man.
up. You turn up on that airplane.
I did
on the way
enough.
home.
I did enough.
Right. You turn up on that airplane.
Thank you, Rashid Hospital. Rashid. In Dubai. Thank you. You guys came through for the kid.
So yeah, man. After that, we got back to the hotel, and hours later, we had a flight.
Yeah,
we had a flight to catch.
And then we didn't want to tell the folks until later because we didn't want to panic anybody.
My mom would literally faint.
Ooh.
She would literally pass out.
Yeah, man. She wouldn't be able to handle it. But
that was that.
Man, I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, man, listen.
Hold me down.
I was like, look, not on my watch, man.
Not on my watch.
Not me. But anyways, guys, I would just say, like, it's funny because he went and got an allergy test done, and he tested negative for everything. So
I was like,
we still don't really know what that was.
It's a mystery still.
It's still a mystery. So it's very interesting. But I mean, he's back in one piece. He's doing fine.
Nothing happened after that.
Yeah, nothing happened. Leg is all healed up, mostly.
Yeah, mostly. I'm still going through physical therapy.
Yeah, exactly. So we're in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
We're in good shape. All right, so yeah, man, that was the story of the near-death experience. But unfortunately, I gotta say,
unfortunately,
we have experience with near-death experiences because we grew up with really, really bad asthma. So this was kind of like similar. It
was like a hey, don't forget the skills you learned.
Yeah. So yeah, the mental part of going through that, it kind of triggered it again for me. But that's why I was also calm, because we had been through these so many times.
it was familiar grounds type of thing.
Yeah, which is really cool.
And then plus you're ER nurse too, so you're already knowing what to do.
Mm-hmm. I was in the zone.
So that was really good.
And I know enough to know that looking at you, like, I know you'll be okay. I know we have some time left. Yeah. I knew we had some time.
And what helped again was being calm, because I remember. I forgot how old I was, but I remember I was having an asthma attack.
Right.
And it was like 2 a.m. Mom comes out. She was like, "Oh, what's going on?" I was like, "I can't breathe." You know, she called 911. I passed out.
Damn.
Because they were like, "Oh, tell him to remain calm, remain calm." I was like, "Remain calm? Like what?"
Mm-hmm.
So remembering that, I was like, "All right, I'm just gonna remain calm," because it's the anxiety that adds to whatever is happening. You know, so I was like, okay, if I'm not anxious, then I can manage as long as I can.
Yep.
You know, so
VI, what's some like tips you give them in a situation like this? Like, what are some things? I know you reflected on this the whole entire experience. Like, what's some things that you feel like, man, this is what I would recommend for other people to think about or to do for the next time.
I think if going into something, have people around that are able to, you know, be calm, and you yourself being calm too, because being calm, it addresses or it delays a lot of like the severity of things.
Right.
You know, so if you're calm about stuff, like if you're anxious or if you're unfamiliar with certain things, the best thing to do is remain calm. So, and I think that was a very, very good takeaway from that, I would say. And just remain hopeful that things will be good, be positive, like, you know, self-affirmation, like, okay, I'll get through this. I can get through anything if I put my mind to it, type of thing. Because that's what was going through my head. I was like, you know, I've been through some tough things,
right? And
I feel that I'll handle it. You know, I'll be able to get through it if I just be calm, be present with it, and manage whatever's happening at the time,
at that moment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything else is like you won't make it.
Yeah, because I think the biggest thing that people probably trip over is fear or worry about, like, oh, he might die or whatever. Like that didn't even cross my mind. What in my mind I was like, more so I was like, right now, this is all I'm worried about right now.
Right now.
Getting here. Literally, that's all I was thinking about. But I think it is a skill, though. I think it's a skill. I think
yes, definitely.
Yeah. I think it's something that I've done over and over with time with different situations. And I think people get tripped up.
I mean, but and the thing is when you're exposed to things that requires you to have that skill, you're able to, you know, cultivate it and make it stronger.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, so get you somebody who can handle emergencies, man.
Get that.
That stuff goes a long way.
You need that. You need a partner that has that.
Yeah, man. And I would say too, like in the future, I was like, man, I think it's worth wherever you guys travel, looking up, okay, maybe doing some research. What is the medical situation there like? How do they operate? You know,
and you know, we didn't do that. I mean, we didn't really anticipate, because I mean, I think we were pretty ready. I mean, I had allergy meds at the hotel. I had the inhaler. I had just like regular first aid type stuff.
Right.
You know, but unexpected stuff, it's good to do some research about whatever medical facility or how they provide their medical care in that country.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially like these obscure countries, like countries that aren't really super on the map, like maybe some super third world countries too. Like be careful, look it up.
And then if you travel to like a certain country that their medical is, you know, expensive, get some type of like travel health insurance. You know, I know.
But do hospitals really take that?
I mean,
I don't know enough about it.
It's more, I think, credit cards. Like I have a credit card that has like some type of insurance, like medical insurance, or you can buy it, some type of travel insurance. I know they have that available for people.
Okay. Yeah, man.
I think that's another thing too.
It's good, man. But all in all, it was dude, you put me through hell that week, man. It was a good time. Best time I had ever.
Best time and almost.
Bro, come on, man.
Look, I didn't.
Bro,
I promise you.
At one point in time, I was like, Dude, you already are injured. Why are you also about to die? Like,
listen.
dude, you got everything wrong with you.
You gotta live your best life every time,
Come on, man.
You never know when it's gonna end,
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna have you on another one because we got to talk more.
Of course, man.
But anything you want to say to the folks, man?
Thank you guys for continuing to support my man here.
Oh yeah.
Continue to watch this. I know we live a very adventurous life.
Come on, man, got to.
And I think positivity is a real good thing.
Yeah.
It's like always thinking things into like the universe, and that's very true. It's like how I thought to myself, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah,
stay calm.
And I thought that too. Yeah, I was like, we'll be all right. We're gonna get through this.
We're gonna be okay. That helps.
That's true.
Because then you don't when you speak to yourself in that tone or in that light, you begin to believe that, and it's like, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna make it, and that's through anything. Like, I just started school. I was like, look, this is probably gonna be super hard, working and doing all this stuff. But I was like, I'm gonna be okay. Or
right.
like just anything. It's like you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the takeaway.
Sure. All right, man. We're about to wrap it up. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you're down with the show notes. The show notes will be right there, right under there, right below.
Right there.
And if you're listening too, just peep the outro. Okay, you're gonna hear the show notes in the outro as well. All right. So once again, goodbye. See you guys soon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Boom.